My dear friend, pause for a moment, breathe, and ask yourself, what if this message is the very answer you've been waiting for? Have you ever felt like time is slipping through your hands, while your prayers go unanswered and your heart quietly wonders, Lord, did you forget me? This moment, right now, is not by chance. God has orchestrated this divine appointment to reach the deep places of your soul. You're not just hearing this, you are meant to hear this. So let me ask, what if this month became the one where everything changes? Let's begin a journey, a spiritual awakening, one that will stir your heart, challenge your perspective, and ignite a new fire of faith and purpose. And just when you think you've heard it all, wait, because what I'm about to share next might shift everything you thought you knew about God's timing in your life. You've waited, you've been faithful, and yet it feels like the breakthrough is always almost here. But here's the truth. The enemy doesn't want you to know. The waiting isn't punishment, it's preparation. You're not stuck, you're being positioned. God doesn't withhold blessings to tease you. He holds them until your hands are strong enough to carry what He's about to give you. Imagine this, a child asking for the keys to a car before they've learned to drive. A loving father says, "Not yet," not out of denial, but out of wisdom. And friend, God's wisdom always outweighs our impatience. So instead of asking, "Why the delay?" start asking, "Lord, what are you developing in me while I wait?" Because here's a promise, your delay is not denial. It's divine alignment. But stay with me, because in just a moment, I'll tell you how even your past pain is about to produce something priceless. Let's talk about the hard stuff, the heartbreak, the financial setbacks, the friendships that crumbled like dust. You may be thinking, how can anything good come out of this mess? But God doesn't discard broken pieces. He gathers them, He shapes them. He uses them as the very foundation of your next level. You see, the enemy wants you to believe that brokenness equals uselessness. But God says, I will use your weakness to showcase my strength. Quick reset, humor break. Ever tried to fix something yourself and made it worse? Like putting duct tape on a leaking pipe? Or super glue on your glasses? Yeah, we've all been there. But God's repairs don't leak, and His restorations are permanent. He's not done with you. In fact, the very thing that hurt you may be the thing He uses to help someone else through their storm. Hold tight, because in the next part, you'll discover how your future wealth is directly tied to your spiritual wisdom. The Bible says in Proverbs 3:16, wisdom brings long life, riches, and honor. Not hustle, not popularity. Wisdom. You're not too old. You're not too late. You're not too far behind. God is positioning His people to receive kingdom wealth, but not the kind that fades. He's raising up people, just like you, to steward abundance with integrity, not ego. But let me ask, if God gave you every blessing today, finances, influence, peace, would your spirit be ready to handle it? This is why your quiet obedience matters. This is why you've been tested in secret. Because those who carry the crown must first learn how to carry the cross. Get ready, because what's coming is not just about material wealth. It's about legacy, spiritual authority, and divine favor that multiplies. But I have to warn you, there is one thing that can rob you of all this, and that's coming up next. You want to know what kills more dreams than failure? Comparison. You see someone else's success and think, why not me? But here's the danger. When you chase someone else's calling, you abandon your own. God didn't create you to be a copy. You are a one-of-a-kind design, crafted for a purpose only you can fulfill. Comparison blinds you to the blessings that are already in your hand. Quick check-in. When was the last time you thanked God for what hasn't happened yet? That's faith. That's the kind of faith that moves mountains, opens doors, and silences doubt. So instead of asking, "When is my turn?" ask, "How can I serve while I wait?" And coming up is the most important part of this journey. You didn't watch this far by accident. God is whispering something to your spirit right now, something only you can hear in the stillness of your heart. He's saying, "I am not finished. I am not distant. I am not silent. I am preparing something greater than you know." So don't stop here. If your heart is stirred, if your spirit is hungry for more of God's guidance, then I want you to watch the next video on my channel. It's called God's Message. And it's not just a message, it's an encounter. Click on it now. Let God speak to you deeper. Your breakthrough may be just one word away.